here's a quick rundown of my prospecting camp. Got my truck, my backhoe. We'll talk more about those later when we get into the mining segment of it. But anyways, some of the things you gotta take: spare gas, spare chainsaw, slip tank with diesel, generator. Always bring this little propane cooker. Got bacon and some spuds. First thing I made when I got up was some coffee, and then the other prerequisites: table, coffee, battery for running some lights. Here's my tent. This is the first time I tried this tent. Yeah, I should have known better. I set it up, and when I went to put my cot in it, it was too small for the cot. So just might want to test that type of stuff before you go out in the bush. I slept on a foamy, or not a foamy, thermarest, which was surprisingly okay considering the ground that I'm sleeping on. Some people might ask, why do you have your camp right beside your outhouse? Well, the outhouse doesn't stink, and it's just me, so it's really convenient. The road down to my claim, or to my mine site, is just over there, so. Okay, here we are. We're gonna go down into the work area. I apologize now. This is gonna be shaky like you wouldn't believe, so try not to get motion sickness. This road didn't exist. The last trip in, I pushed it in with this backhoe, and I'm pretty impressed with this backhoe so far. It cuts a pretty mean trail. And I don't know if the video does justification of just how steep this is, but it's steep. And this was a fairly interesting cut. Say the least. Don't know if you can see the trommel through the bush there, but down there. Now this is a mess. What a muddy, sticky peat bog, but I got stuck in here really bad the first time I was in here, but believe it or not, there's actually a bottom to it now. So I drive on this stuff and turn around on it. There's the trommel, there's everything all set up there. Okay, we're down at the test site. Just going to give you a little bit of an idea of the material. It's all this really fractured shale. Nothing's really round, except for that rock which came out of the hillside, but I'll talk about that later. This pit I dug, which is now my settling pond / recirc pit, we're doing 100% recycle, which is not without its challenges. The original screen that I had for the pump plugged off immediately. So I had to improvise. I built this 5-gallon pail screen. Works well, actually. Patents pending. If you would like one, they're available for sale. Contact me. Yeah, I don't really like a recirc system just because it seems like your water is obviously always dirty. I do run into some issues with my nozzles plugging up, but there's the sluice. I don't have enough water. I'm just a little bit short with this 2-inch pump, so I've got to run quite steep angles on my sluice runs. So not the best situation, but we're doing okay. The trommel has actually worked really well. Few things. I've got the hopper section tied down here because I'm trying to take some of the slope out of it. The material's not staying in the hopper very long. It's just shooting right into the trommel. So trying to keep a little more retention time in there. The motor, this old motor's plugging away, no problem. The only thing in the future, I would build a screen, a cover for it. I accidentally whapped it with some rocks and it took a bit of a beating. And moving into this end, upgrade. These pieces of the drum that are solid, you wouldn't believe the water that carries across here. So when I take this thing out, I'm going to cut this out and just re-weld the bars in, and that should eliminate a little bit of the water carrying over off the end. But other than that, I've been pretty happy with it. So this is the big pile of material that I took out of that hole. Like I said, nothing is really rounded. It's all this fractured shale rock. It's not, so far it's not holding a ton of gold, but I'm gonna run it, and I'm actually kind of more excited about what's underneath it. There's a whole bunch of these big round boulders under this hillside here, and it's pretty crazy. I think the values are going to be better, but it's pretty crazy how you could have no round river rock, all just fractured shale, and then on one side, and then on the other, rounded, probably glacial rock. So anyways, I'm gonna fire things up and get to it.